Hi, this is King of Review. Find an equation for the nth term of the geometric sequence 2, -6, 18, -54, and the sequence continues. We're working with a geometric sequence here. What is this? A geometric sequence is a sequence or list of numbers or terms where the ratio of any term to the previous term is constant. So each of these numbers here, these are called terms. This first term, which is 2, is called A1 because it's the first term. The second term is called A2. The third term is called A3. And this pattern for naming continues. The fourth term is called A4. So with a geometric sequence, we have something called a common ratio. So how do we get from the first term to the second term? What number do we multiply by to go from 2 to -6? Well, we multiply by a -3. And how do we go from -6 to 18? Again, we multiply by a -3. You can see a pattern here. How do we go from 18 to -54? We multiply by -3. So -3 is this common ratio, and we can also calculate it using the equation r equals A2 divided by A1. A2 is -6, that's the second term, and A1, which is the first term, that's 2. -6 divided by 2 is -3. So we have this common ratio here. Now you can calculate r, or the common ratio, using whichever term you want. So let's say A4. But you have to compare it with its previous term. So we're comparing it with its previous term of A3. So A4 is -54, and A3 is 18. -54 divided by 18, this equals -3. So you can see that we do indeed have a common ratio. In this problem, we're asked to find an equation for the nth term of the geometric sequence. We have a formula that helps us do this. The rule for the geometric sequence is an equals a1 times r to the n minus 1 power. The nth term of the geometric sequence with a1 as its first term and r as the common ratio. So this here is the formula that we're going to use to solve this problem. So let's fill in the information that we know so far. So we have an equals, now a1, that's this value here, which is 2, times the common ratio. We solved for the common ratio. We know that that's -3 to the n minus 1 power. So we have an equals 2 times -3 to the n minus 1 power. So this is our rule for this geometric sequence here. And that's letter C. Letter C is the correct answer. Now let's test our rule and see if it is indeed true by plugging in one of these terms. Let's choose A3. So we know that A3, which is the third term, should be 18. So let's plug the info in to this equation and see if we do get 18 for the answer. So A3 equals 2 times -3 to the 3 minus 1 power. And n is equal to 3 here because it's the third term. So let's simplify this. We get 2 times -3 to the second power. This equals 2 times 9, which equals 18. So we get 18, which is what is listed here for the third term. The third term, A3, is 18. So this is just a way to check your answer to see if you got the right equation. Thanks for watching.